Good afternoon everyone. I'm Mr. Jerome M. Samarita from BP Ed 2A. So my topic for today is learning and performance of motor skills, changes in learning of motor skills. So sa topic ko is meron siyang apat na component. And number 1 is skills domain, number 2 is cognitive skills, number 3 is perceptual skills, and the last one is motor skills. So magsisimula muna tayo sa skills domain. So, ano nga ba si skills domain? So, domain skills refers to skills and abilities which are unique to a particular industry. So, for instance, if you work as an automobile designer to create the exterior aesthetics of a vehicle, your domain skills may differ significantly from another automobile expert working on improving engine safety. And understanding domain skills can help you identify which technical abilities to highlight on your resume when applying for jobs. So, dito sa skills domain, so, domain skills is nakadepende siya sa industry o expertise na ginagalawan mo, kung ano yung natapos mo. For example, so, as a future educator, so darating ang panahon na time will come, magiging isang PE lecturer tayo. So yung expertise natin pagdating sa pagtuturo when it comes to physical education is doon papasok yung skills domain. So skills domain is a skills. So ito yung ginagawa natin sa tuwing papasok tayo, nagkakaroon tayo ng iba't ibang kaalaman. Then yung pag nagkakaroon tayo ng iba't ibang kaalaman, so ine-execute natin siya sa totoong buhay. So for example, when it comes to pagiging student teacher. So sa pagiging student teacher, nahasa tayo yung mga skills natin sa pagtuturo. So nailabas natin yung full potential natin. And then after nun, so pagganap na tayong teacher, so dito natin may ilabas yung ating skills lalo na sa pagtuturo. Pag nagtuturo na tayo sa totoong mga estudyante in the real situation, pag teacher na tayo. So doon papasok yung skills domain. So skills domain is nakapalob lang siya sa skills mo. So kailangan mong aralin yung expertise mo, hasain mo yung sarili mo. And then after nating mahasa, so more in execution na pagdating sa skills domain. So the next one is cognitive skills. So cognitive skills are the functions your brain uses to think, pay attention, process information, and remember things, constantly aiding your thought process and memory retention. Some of these functions include sustained attention, auditory processing, and short-term memory. They can be employed at the same time by your brain to increase its overall performance. So, pagdating sa cognitive skills, so ibig sabihin cognitive, more in sa pag-iisip natin. Ginagamitan natin to ng utak. So, ano ba yung gamit ng cognitive skills? So, ito yung mga gamit ng cognitive skills, araw-araw nating nagagamit to as a person, as a human being. So, day to day, sa pang-araw-araw nating pamumuhay, syempre gumagamit tayo ng utak. Syempre. Then, dito, na-enhance yung ating pag-process ng mga bagay-bagay, napaprocess yung ating skills, napaprocess yung pagsasaulo natin, memory retention, and na yung pag-unawa natin sa iba't ibang bagay. So, napapractice dito pagdating sa cognitive skills. Yung mga decision making natin sa buhay. So, yung ating mga self-control sa ginagawa natin. So, dito papasok yung cognitive skills. Then, more in pag-iisip sa pagdating sa sarili. And dito din papasok yung kung paano tayo makapag-socialize sa iba't ibang tao. So, kung tayo mahihiyain tayo sa ibang tao, pero katulad nito, nagre-report tayo. So, ibig ko sabihin, dito sa cognitive skills, nahahasa yung ating utak, nahahasa yung ating mga kaalaman. So, pagdating sa sarili. So, dito natin mapapractice ng ating self-control, decision making, pagsa-socialize sa ibang tao, pakikipag-usap. So, araw-araw nagagamit natin to. Araw-araw nahahasa natin to. Na kung una dati mahihiyain tayo, pero time goes by, the more na paulit-ulit natin ginagawa, nasasanay tayo at nagiging normal na lang sa pang-araw-araw nating pamumuhay. So, yun yung pinaka-simple na, simplified na example ko pagdating sa cognitive skills. So, more in, more in brain, diba? So, memory, processing, yun. Then, number 3 is perceptual skills. So, perceptual skills are the ability to interpret and make sense of the world around us. They allow us to see, hear, and understand the world and the people in it. Perceptual skills are important for everyday life as they allow us to interact with the world around us. So, pagdating naman sa perceptual skills, so dito papasok yung ating eyes, ears, hands, nose, mouth, body. So, pag sinabing perceptual, yung ating mga visual memory, yung mga object identification, eye-hand coordination, reaction time, and multitasking. So, dito sa perceptual skills, more in vision. So, perception. So, for example, visual memory is the ability to remember that you see. It's important for school-age children as they begin to read and write. So, napakalaga nitong visual memory pagdating sa mga bata. So, yung mga age 1 to 3 years old. So, dito, dun sila, nagagamit nila yung mga visual nila, yung kanilang mga mata, sa age na 1 to 3 years old. So, dun sila natututo sila na makita yung mga bagay-bagay, natututo silang magbilang, magbasa. So, when children are learning to read, so they often use pictures or visual cues to help them remember the words. So, sabi nga dito, pag ang mga bata ay nakikita nila mga pictures, yung mga visual aids sa, for example, sa kwarto nila, mga numbers, then nare-remember ng bata. So, pag nakikita ng bata, napaprocess ng bata sa utak niya hanggang sa pagtanda niya. So, they use the visual memory to remember information in textbook and on whiteboard. So, sabi dito, yung visual memory ng isang bata ay naaalala nila yung mga information, yung mga textbook na nakikita nila sa kanilang paligid. And pangalawa sa perceptual skills is the object identification. So, object identification is the ability to see an object and know what it is. So, this is important perceptual skills because it allows us to interact with our own environment. We need to be able to identify objects in order to use them. So, for example, you need to be able to identify objects in order to use them. So, pagdating naman dito sa sa object identification, for example, sa mga bata, so yun yung pinakamadaling example. So, dito sa object identification, natututo yung bata i-familiarize yung mga gamit sa paligid. For example, yung laruan na puzzle. So, yung bata, pag medyo age to 4 years old to 6 years old, yung bata unti-unti, na-identify niya yung mga object, kung ano ba itong laruan nito, saan ba ito ginagamit, ano ba yung purpose nito, saan ba ito ginagamit, paano ba ito gamitin. So, doon papasok yung object identification sa perceptual skills. So, pang-tatlo is eye-hand coordination. Eye-hand coordination is the ability to use your eyes to guide your hand to touch or grasp an object. The skill is important for activities like writing, drawing, and playing sports. Good eye-hand coordination allows you to perform these activities with accuracy and precision. So, pagdating dito sa eye-hand coordination, gaya nga ng sabi is, napakalaga nito when it comes to activities. So, lalo na sa pagsusulat, pagdodrawing, at sa paglalaro. So, dito sa eye-hand coordination, maganda na masanay yung mga bata. Lalo kahit tayo mga adult, dahil dito sa eye-hand coordination, araw-araw natin itong ginagamit sa pamumuhay natin. So, syempre, hindi naman natin magagawa yung ating mga bagay na ginagawa sa mga araw-araw kung hindi maayos yung ating mata. Kung hindi maayos yung coordination, kung may problema ang ating mata, syempre may hirapan tayo sa pang-araw-araw nating pamumuhay. So, doon din papasok yung eye-hand coordination kung gaano siya kahalaga pagdating sa perceptual skills. Then, yung isa naman is reaction time. So, it is the time it takes for you to respond to a stimulus. It's measure of how quickly you can process information and respond to a given situation. Good reaction time can be important in many different settings such as the workplace, on the road, and in the classroom. So, pagdating naman dito sa reaction time, so napakahalaga din pagdating sa perceptual skills. So, yung reaction time dito tayo nagre-response sa mga bagay-bagay na nangyayari. For example, pag tayo naglalaro ng basketball, so dito papasok yung reaction time. Bakit? Kasi habang naglalaro ng basketball, so syempre mabilis yung pacing ng laro. So pag pinasa sa'yo ng kakampi yung bola, dapat alerto ka. So, kailangan ma-receive mo agad yung bola. Ganon din sa volleyball. Then, kailangan dito papasok yung reaction time kung paano natin mabilis na ma-process yung information or yung situation. So, yun yung isa pa pagdating sa perceptual skills, reaction time. And the last is multitasking. So, multitasking is the ability to do more than one thing at a time. So, ito yung skills na tayong tao, madami tayo nito. So, pagdating sa multitasking, especially sa mga nanay natin, so multitasking, kayang-kaya nila yan. So, nasasabi nila ang pagluluto, paglilinis ng bahay, pag-aasikaso sa mga bata. So, pagdating din sa workplace, ganun din karamihan yung nangyayari. So, as a teacher, talagang ang trabaho ng teacher is multitask. So, habang nagtuturo ng bata, nagagawa ng mga projects, ng mga reports, ng mga iba't iba. So, lesson plan, lahat, mga paperworks. So, multitasking is dito din siya papasok sa perceptual skills. So, dito natin ma-enhance kung gaano tayo kabilis, kung paano tayo magkakaroon ng time management sa pagmumultitask ng mga ginagawa natin sa pang-araw-araw. So, yun. Then, the last one is the motor skill. So, a motor skill is a function that involves specific movements of the body muscles to perform a certain task. So, these tasks could include walking, running, or riding a bike. So, in order to perform this skill, the body's nervous system, muscles, and brain have to all work together. The goal of motor skill is to optimize the ability to perform the skills at the rate of success, precision, and to reduce the energy consumption required for performance. So, sa motor skills, so ano nga ba yung motor skills? So, motor skills is madami yan. So, may iba't ibang motor skills. So, motor skills is the muscle movements. Ito yung ginagawa natin sa pang-araw-araw nating pamumuhay. They allow us to do everything from walking, yung simpleng paglalakad natin, and running, simpleng pagtakbo, yung simpleng ang pag-toothbrush natin. So, it's a kind of motor skills na ginagawa natin sa pang-araw-araw natin. So, yung simple natin pagkalaw, lahat ng movement na ginagawa natin, it is a kind of motor skills. So, motor skills through practice and repetition, so paulit-ulit na ginagawa, eventually, motor skills require little to no effort and can be performed with a great deal of accuracy. So, motor skills are important. So, for a number of reasons, not all of which are limited to movement. So, at a basic level, motor skills determine the ability of younger children to explore the environment if they're unable to do so. Then this can have knock-on efforts on their perceptual and cognitive development. So, yan yung about sa motor skills. So, sa lahat, sa isang aking topic is skills domain, cognitive skills, perceptual skills, motor skills. So, paano papasok si skills domain sa physical education? So, skills domain, sinasabi ko nga kanina, nung una is, it's all about the skills. So, ito yung na-build mong skills nung time na ikaw ay nag-aaral. So, nung na-build mo na to, so ibig sabihin, expert ka na dito. Ito yung expertise mo. So, papasok yung skills domain sa physical education when it comes to workplace, sa trabaho. Dahil syempre, hindi ka naman pwedeng magturo ng physical education kung hindi mo naman expertise yon, kung wala kang alam sa subject na yon, di ba? So, lahat ng skills na nag-gain mo, lahat ng knowledge, so, dito mo apply siya sa physical education pag ikaw ay nagturo na. So, in the workplace, pagdating sa skills domain. And pangalawa is cognitive skills. So, cognitive skills, gaya ng sabi ko, ito yung mga knowledge na gain natin sa utak natin. Dito natin na-process yung mga iba't iba nating inaral. So, napakasimple lang naman ang ibig sabihin ng cognitive skills. And pantatlo is perceptual skills. So, perceptual, more in vision. So, sa mata, ilong, bibig. So, perceptual skills yon. Ito yung mga part ng katawan natin na ginagamit natin. So, ma-apply natin siya sa physical education when it comes to sports. So, iba't ibang sports lahat ma-apply natin in our daily lives. And last is motor skills. So, motor skills, ito yung skill natin na ginagawa sa pang-araw-araw. So, more in body movement to. So, skills domain, cognitive skills, perceptual skills, and motor skills is lahat siya is papasok siya sa physical education. So, hinimay-himay lang natin to para maunawa natin. So, yun po ang aking topic pagdating po sa learning and performance of motor skills, changes in learning of motor skills. Thank you po.